Having a low credit score can feel like you're just stuck. But today, we're going to break down the step-by-step plan to turn that score around and do it fast.
So, what does a score like that really cost you? I mean, it's not just some random number, it's a real barrier. It means you're going to pay higher interest rates on everything from car loans to mortgages. We're talking thousands of dollars over time. It can even make it tougher to just rent an apartment.
Okay, so let's define the battlefield. FICO, and that's the model that like 90% of top lenders use, they call anything below 580 poor. And yeah, that can feel pretty rough. But here's the thing, and this is super important. Your score is not set in stone. You absolutely have the power to change it, and we're going to show you exactly how. All right, so here's our game plan for today. First, we'll get into your credit comeback story. Then, step 1, check your report. Step 2 is all about scoring some quick wins. Step 3, we'll build those good habits. And finally, step 4, using the right credit building tools.
Okay, so every great comeback needs a game plan, right? And your credit score? It's not some big secret. It's actually calculated using just 5 key things. Understanding these is the first crucial step to rewriting your whole financial story.
So check this out. The two heavy hitters are your payment history, which is 35%, and the amount of money you owe, which is 30%. You add those up, and that is a massive 65% of your entire score. Just two things. So it's pretty clear, right? This is where we need to focus our energy to get the biggest bang for our buck. Okay, let's get our hands dirty. The very first thing you got to do is get a totally clear, unfiltered look at what lenders are seeing when they look you up. Because let's be real, you can't fix what you can't see.
And look, you do not need to pay some sketchy service to do this for you. Federal law actually says you are entitled to get your full credit report from all three big bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, for free. But you gotta make sure you go to annualcreditreport.com. Seriously, that's the only official site authorized by the government for this.
All right, once you've got those reports in your hands, it's time to hunt for the fastest way to possibly boost your score. And that's by cleaning up errors. And trust me, this is a huge deal. It's kind of wild how common errors are. We're talking about wrong account info, maybe a late payment that you actually paid on time, even debts that aren't even yours. These things could be dragging you down for no good reason. So here's the good part. There's this thing called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and it gives you the right to dispute anything on your report that you think is wrong. The credit bureaus, they've got about 30 days to check it out. And if they can't prove it's accurate, they legally have to take it off. And listen, getting just one of those negative things removed can give your score a serious jump. Okay, so cleaning up errors, that's the short game. That's for the quick wins. Now let's talk about the long game, which is all about building the habits that don't just create, but maintain a great credit score. 35%. That's how much of your score is purely about your payment history. It is, without a doubt, the single most important factor. Period. Just one payment that's 30 days late can slam your score and stick around for a long time. So the absolute most powerful thing you can do is pay every single bill on time, every time. I mean it. Set up autopay. Put reminders in your phone, whatever it takes. This part is completely non-negotiable if you're serious about this. All right, next up, the second biggest piece of the puzzle, your credit utilization. Basically, that's just how much of your available credit you're actually using. And the general rule of thumb you always hear, try to keep it under 30%. But, and this is a pro tip, if you want the fastest possible boost to your score, the experts say you should go even lower. Yeah, aiming for under 10% shows lenders that you are in total control, and that can really speed up your score increase. So how do you pay down that debt to lower your utilization? Well, you've got two really popular strategies. There's the debt snowball. That's where you knock out the smallest debts first to get those quick psychological wins. It feels great. Or you can use the debt avalanche, where you go after the debts with the highest interest rates first, which will save you the most money in the long run. Honestly, they both work. Just pick the one that you know you'll actually stick with. Now, what if your credit file is kind of thin, or maybe it's just taken a real beating? Sometimes just paying your bills on time isn't quite enough to get things moving, but you can actually add positive history to your report using a few key tools. Okay, so a secured credit card is an awesome place to start. You basically put down a cash deposit, and that becomes your credit limit. Then there are credit builder loans. They're kind of cool. They work in reverse. You make payments into a savings account, and then at the end of the term, you get the cash. And finally, you could become an authorized user on someone else's credit card, someone you trust who has great credit. You can piggyback on their good history. All right, so fixing your credit, it's not a one and done kind of thing. Once you start seeing that progress, the name of the game is consistency. It's all about protecting all that hard work you've put in. So let's just lock it in. Here are the 4 habits you need to live by. Number 1, pay all your bills on time, always. 2, keep those credit card balances low. 3, only apply for new credit when you absolutely need it. And 4, keep your oldest credit accounts open. Don't close them. These are really the pillars that are going to hold up a strong, resilient score.
And if you remember one thing from all of this, let it be this. Your credit score isn't a judgment on you as a person. It's not permanent. It's just data. And you know what? Data can always be changed. You absolutely have the power to write a totally new financial story, and you can start today.
Following these steps, it's about more than just chasing some number on a screen. It's really about building a solid foundation for your financial future and opening up doors to opportunities you might not have right now. So, you have the plan. The real question is, what's the very first step you're going to take today?